Hi, you guys. I am back with another collective message. I believe I want to give you guys some love messages or something of the sort. We're going to see what happens, okay? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. The song that we have on is called Sneak by Leon Thomas. Ooh. Oh, okay. Ooh. Something low vibrational. A earth sign. Or it could be the sister sign of an earth sign or the opposite of an earth sign, especially with it coming on in reverse. Or maybe it could be an earth sign that you're not connecting with. It's just earth sign in reverse, whatever that could mean to you as well. These cards are going all over the place. So I feel like you're expecting something to happen in a certain way, but it's possibly going in other ways that could also come off disastrous or just too much. But can I have some messages here for the collective that will be coming across this video? Make sure you guys only take what resonates. What's this? Wrong time, right person. Queen of Cups. This could be a very intuitive, psychic, nurturing individual. Mother figures may even be significant. This could be a feminine energy, whether it's a male in their feminine energy or a woman. Welcome to the team. All right. The name JJ or something like that could be significant. All right, it says you're my wife. Somebody could have literally verbatimly said this to someone. And it says, I want to be yours. Somebody could have also said that. So somebody, tell me more about this energy. Multiple energies could be significant. Yeah, see, this is earth sign energy coming out again. Now it's coming out in upright. So Taurus, Capricorn, and or Virgo could be very significant. They don't have to be a sun sign of these signs. It could be anywhere in their chart, or they could be the opposite of what earth signs are. So I wouldn't necessarily say sister sign, because usually, yes, it's the opposite, but it's similar in a way. So just maybe the opposite of what an earth sign could be. It says, I got feelings too. Bear with me, please. This is also, so somebody could have like said this in some type of way, whether it was verbatim or along the lines, as well as with I want to be yours and you're my wife. Whomever this is, once again, take it how it resonates. For some of you guys, more than one person could be significant. But two weeks or 5 years could be significant. I'm seeing better is on the way. So maybe some of you guys are walking away from whatever this was. Maybe it was the wrong time, right person. Maybe this person will manifest back when it is a better time. For some of you guys, for others of you, you're walking away from something that you could do a lot better than. And I feel like that's what you're attracting now. It possibly will manifest within the next 6 weeks. So we have life is better with you in it. That's just straight facts. Life is better with you in it. Have you met you? Okay. And so we have coming on now. Love that, because I haven't. It's by Summer Walker. It's called Tonight. So today is October 13th. It's currently Monday, 7:37 a.m. So something about tonight can even be significant. And by all means, take it how it resonates. Some of you guys may not see this on the 7th, or the message may just not be for you. It's going to be for somebody else, because this is a collective. It's not a personal reading. So if you would like a personal reading, my prices are pinned on my profile page. and my payment options are in the link above. I also have reviews on my website, and you can find out more information about the other services that I have on my website as well. I do life coaching, mentorships. I'm a wise counsel, so I do pretty much a lot of things that ties to advice, aid, and everything like that. But it says this person is not changing, and it also was coming out in the reverse. So I feel like this, in order for this person to change, I feel like something drastic needs to, like, I feel like it's not surface level change. It's something that's really deep. All right, but confirmation that somebody could be changing. All right, so let's confirm this person's not changing in the reverse. So some of y'all, somebody is like literally not changing, and they're not gonna change in the future. And for others of you guys, I guess because you're moving forward with your life, respecting yourself and wanting better for yourself, that you're actually attracting better. But while you're doing this, this other person could be changing. You know, because sometimes people change when you actually leave their life. Sometimes they don't change while you're actively in their life, which child, we ain't gonna talk about it. Oh, it says you bring light to my darkness. So somebody could have said this to you, or along the lines, or maybe they feel this way. Somebody could love all of your flaws. And it says, you on my mind all the time. That song by Ty Dolla $ign, all the time, can even be significant. The initials Q and J, or the letters Q and J, could be significant. JQ. And like I said, names that come off like that, like you could see two letters, like Didi or JJ or JQ, like stuff like those type of names could be significant, or maybe nicknames. All right, it says I believe in love because of you. So this could be your energy or somebody else's. So either you made someone believe in love because of the love you've given, or this person that, like, this better that's on the way is going to be coming in, and they're going to help you, like, really believe in love again. Because I feel like they're going to be different from the people who you've attracted in your life. Look, confirmation, it says, don't tolerate bullshit. This is confirmation that some of you guys, you don't play. You don't tolerate no BS. And this is also confirmation for others of you who are needing to step into this energy and not tolerate any BS, especially within love and relationships. If you're showing up as a divine feminine or a divine masculine, you deserve somebody that can reciprocate that energy. So you're not giving up on people. It's not about, oh, this person is changing now. But I mean, we all go about life in our different ways. But remember, you choose who you love. So just because somebody is changing, or whatever case may be, that doesn't mean it's a green light or a sign from God itself to give this person a chance. Yeah, because see, a lot of you guys' ex-lover is significant. Usually I like to say people are an ex for a reason, but I feel like for some of you guys, maybe a bridge isn't all the way burnt because somebody, either they have the potential to change and they're not changing, or this person is changing. And for others of you guys, this person is not changing and they won't change in the future. You see how the message is different for a lot of you guys? So you really have to use your intuition and, like, trust your intuition and use your discernment. For confirmation, don't tolerate BS. So no. Don't tolerate people juggling you or not choosing you. Jonesy, stop that. Stop. See, something she doing was irritating me or annoying. So maybe somebody could have been irritating or annoying, or maybe that's how they felt towards you. But unrequited love can even be significant. Bruh, my body is saying. See, some of y'all body could be trying to tell you stuff as well. You gotta listen to your body, bruh. We got introvert, You or them could be introvert. Angel number 23 or the age 23. Angel number 5. Jonesy, please lay down. Somewhere. Find a spot. Lay in it. Force winning friendly could be significant. It says they see their wrongs. Hashtag aware. So people are aware of their wrongdoings. They see it. You don't have to keep trying to, you know, I'm not saying that is what you're doing, but I'm going to just leave it at that. I don't have to go in depth about nothing and give my own 2 cents. I'm going to just leave it at that. Next song we got is by KWN. It's called Worst Behavior, featuring Kiwani. Angel number 263 could be significant, or 632. 235. 222. 33. 33. Earth sign out here again. We just gonna pull this card on out. We gonna sit it on right there, okay? It could be an earth sign that's like a joker as well. Maybe they're funny or maybe they're a clown. Okay? Somebody wants you to freak them like it's nobody else on this earth, honey. So somebody could be lustful. Maybe it's people you were sexually involved with. You didn't hit it and quit it, and they need that. They need that. Okay? That like shit at this point, use me, rough me up, do me like, you know. Try to put you to work at it. Damn, they want you to please them for some of y'all. It says, I'm the one for you. You don't need anybody else. This is probably how this person feel. Or maybe somebody said this, whether it was verbatim or along the lines, whether it was you or somebody else. My eyes, thank you. I had to look at myself. I'm cute. But thank you. I don't be looking at myself in the camera, man. Chunky is significant. Wanna play? They wanna play. They wanna play. They better not play with you. I'm telling you. See, some people already did play with you. They effed around and found out. And they didn't effed up their own life. See? Leo energy. Trying to come off like a Leo. Or somebody could be a Leo. But when I seen this Leo energy, it just gave somebody's not necessarily a Leo, but they're embodying like Leo energy. And sometimes that can't even be the other aspects of Leo energy, because sometimes it can signify, you know, there's good things that you could probably hear about it, but a lot of times I hear Leo energy is people who like they favor attention or something like that. So maybe somebody wants your attention, they favor your attention, or favor attention. They care about, like, you'll have to take how it resonates. Because I want to say they care about their public image and everything else. So, I mean, that could be significant for some of y'all. Just take how it resonates. Some of y'all, somebody felt like it was the wrong time, but right person. See, if you know this was the wrong person for you, then this is your energy. Like, you were basically the right person, just at a wrong time in their life, because they weren't in the energy of protecting you from their lowest selves. They basically dished out trauma to somebody who was innocent, loving. Like, y'all literally coming up as like Queen of Cups. And I feel like they have this offer that they're still wanting to come in with. But little do you know, and little do they know, new love is on the way because of the choices that you're making. And I feel like you done attracting small minds, small people. And when I say this, I just mean people who are not on your level. That's possibly why it's unrequited love. Hello, Cherry. Welcome in. It's good to have you. Thank you for letting me know that. All right. But somebody is just like, I got feelings too. Bear with me. Like, I feel like this person is low-key trying to tell you, like even though you're hurt and they did something to you, it's like they're trying to come off like, but you know, I got feelings too. Like what? Hold on. Bruh, you the most kind, compassionate, emotionally intelligent, self-aware, whatever person, to the point to where you acknowledge people's feelings. You make sure you probably was the people pleaser of the year, but in a humanitarian way. For some. Also take it how it resonates if it's outside of humanitarianism as well. Because you don't want to be a people pleaser, okay? I don't like telling people what to do, how to do things, you know. But I'm a person of justice and truth, so I just speak on that, you know. I ain't trying to take only what resonates, but I'm just, you know. Alright, so once again, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or the situation can just be of earth energy, which can tie to sensual, or maybe that's what you're going to be coming into. Like, it was some crazy stuff you went through in your love and relationships. See, some of y'all, this doesn't have to just be romantic, but your ex is significant for sure coming out. Alright, it was a lot of other romantic stuff going on too, but I know for some of y'all, the message can even be interpreted in ways of, like, platonic relationships, family, friends. So just take it how it resonates for you. Alrighty. Yep. I seen it. I'm telling y'all, keep seeing what's going on with these cards, right? That don't really be going on. And I used this deck before. Maybe it's how I'm shuffling them, but thank you so much for the follow, Cherry. And thank you guys for double tapping the screen. I appreciate that. Welcome in. If you're just now coming in, please make sure if you resonate with the message, if you enjoy the message, double tapping, gifting, commenting your feedback is always welcome. It's always welcome and appreciated. But past, present, future energy could be significant. Once again, it's a collective, not a personal. Every message may not be for you. And always use your intuition, or trust in your intuition and use your discernment. And if you want to get on the list for your own personal message, my prices are pinned on my profile. My payment options are in the link in my bio, as well as my reviews, and which is on my website. Everything on my link. I only have one backup account, so 2 pages in total. All right, but that's also on my link tree. So everything, make sure you always keep up with my link tree, especially if I change my name or anything. Account probably get removed. I don't know. But anyways, cleansing the energy within and around. What are more messages here for the collective? See, look, new person. Ooh, I think that person dealt with a lot too. I was going to show y'all the... See, yeah, you invested in a situation with people who possibly weren't there mentally. And I feel like you also attracted yourself with people. It's like when they say love is blind, honey, you for sure helped them create that. Because why are you a hopeless romantic, especially to people who belong in a mental institution? Okay, you're just gonna keep that there. You can do the shadow work later, or you can do it right now. You can do it right now. It's okay. This video is gonna be saved. I'm gonna post it to YouTube, so you can always come back and watch it. All right. We encourage the healing. Okay. Yeah. It says, I love waking up to you. Maybe you could have said this to them. They could have said it to you. It don't have to be verbatim, but along the lines or in that energy. This is different stuff. You are so attractive. And this is not even in quotation, so it's not just from this person's mouth. This is shit, any goddamn body. You don't see it? You are extremely, and look, the 3D plane, they don't know what being noble is anymore, honey. So when I say attract, I know some people think of physically pleasing and all like that, but I'm also talking about the heart, right there in the soul. Okay, but for sure, physical, yeah, all that, T, okay, but you're also attracting this new person. I feel like I feel like you're finally grieving the relationships that didn't really work out, or you're at least, I don't know, you're in some type of healing. Well, I do know, okay. I'm in some type of healing stage of, well, not me, but the collective, right? You're in some type of healing stage of grieving, right? You know the stages of grief. Yeah, my brain is trying to catch up. Okay, it's trying to catch up, but you know how I was saying tea? Why we got not your cup of tea? People could be hating on you because of because you're a business owner. And some of you guys who are business owners, or something tied into your business, something is not you, or I'm not saying whatever you're doing for work is not you, but if that's what comes up for you, you can reflect on it and make sure it's not being projected on you or whatever. But that could just be significant for somebody, but it can also be, it can really be different things. And I'm seeing a path. Somebody can also be deciding in their thoughts when it comes to thinking of a decision. Maybe you're thinking that someone or something is not your cup of tea, or you a business owner. I'm seeing you're gonna be, this is independent wealth. If you have a business, operate in your business. For those of you who need to hear that, if you have a business, operate in your business. Okay? September through December is going to be very significant. I'm seeing Aquarius energy. It says, you take my pain away. Aries energy. Be mindful of connecting with people who's not good for you, because you're still this Queen of Cups, right? And some of you guys can be an emotional idealist. So I feel like you really have to protect yourself, especially as you're still learning how to not take things as personal and all of these things. Of course, it'll be more challenging to a person, with that energy. So it's like, yeah. Oh, let me turn this music. The music been down for so long. Let me get it back up. Let me turn. Somebody said you make it hard for them to focus. Okay, but anyways, well, see, some things is not cute. Because sometimes they be baggage. It don't really be something that's like, oh, wow. Because these people just give bare minimum. If they can't reciprocate the energy you give, then it's bare minimum. Even though your energy isn't mediocre, this person, somebody or some people are missing you. Maybe you're missing you. Maybe you missed something, someone, how something was. Some of you guys, make sure you're not dwelling on the past. If something didn't work out because you regretted something, or you're still operating from negative emotion, but more in a way that's not as healthy for you. But maybe it could just be a stage of grief. You know, sometimes there's just different stages and people grieve differently or whatever. And this could be people who are still alive. Like some of you guys, yes, people pass away in your life. My condolences to you. Respectfully. I feel like they are always with you in spirit. Just like, you know, you guys believe in ancestors or God and everything. Even though beliefs are, at times, I don't want to say ideas, but things that you don't know is true, but you still, you know, you believe in it. Even though that's something that people don't 100% recommend, which may or may not matter to you. And let me get to my point, because I'm starting to forget what point I'm trying to make. I was trying to get to the point. But my brain, I'm telling y'all, my brain, honey. So confirmation, some of you guys need to, mental relaxation will be your best friend. Oop. Oop. They don't have your best interest at heart, love. You're right. This came out together. I love that. Look, 10 endings. King of Pentacles. Earth sign energy, bro. It says they meant what they said. They said whatever they said to you, and they meant that. It don't matter if they apologized or not. Anybody can do that. Look, it says toxic, toxic, toxic. Can't make this up. The energies literally are coming out verbatim in complete sentences. 10 is here. See, somebody could have had no remorse in the past, or it's something that's in the past. There's no remorse here. Maybe with how you ended up feeling about the relationship. Oh, hold on. This is 6 of Cups energy. And it's still talking about the past. See, some of y'all, these people, I don't think they really understood how they made you feel. Throat chakra. Either you didn't speak up as much, spoke how you feel, or that something with their light communication, or something tied to the throat chakra. Throat chakra could be in a more positive, good way, or in a more shadowy, you know, reflect, whatever, heal, whatever on the situation. I can't think of the other thing I was trying to say. See, this was bringing a lot of stress. So yeah, you could be a business owner. So even this person was just bad for business. That's what I'm getting back with this energy. Now that my brain is starting to work with me now. Which, no shade to my, okay. That's just what brains be doing, you know, going through its trauma, trying to survive. What's that song? Damn, what's that song? And then what the hell was that? A big noise clashing. See, that could be figuratively, or that could be like literally. And this could be within love and relationships. Now, I'm seeing specifically romantic relationships coming out. But like I said, this can even tie to platonic relationships, which are basically intense. Well, not intense. Child, I forgot the word I always usually will use, because I haven't told nobody the damn definition in ages. Etc. Etc. It's not just the only thing. That ain't the only thing. Oh, somebody could have been crying. Something with somebody's voice. Like, it's just really significant. A whole lot of talking, not being heard. And some of y'all still had love for a person who was just not treating you well. And You don't gotta beat yourself up about nothing. It really just shows where your heart is. But I feel like now you come into this energy. See, and this girl, you okay? And I feel like you just coming into this energy of stepping back into your confidence, stepping back into your power. Look, she said, I got my eyes wide open. See, yeah, that's the energy I was going to say before I said that. I was going to basically be like, see, y'all done obtained the wisdom through the experiences. And I feel like you doing things differently than how you started off. Not knowing anything about love, relationships, what possibly could even happen, not happen. How important it is to have, you know, I don't necessarily want to say relationships with, but if you do have parent and guardians in your life, then yes, it would be good to like have relationships as a kid. Them being paragon ethereal beings for you, just like how you are to the world. But some of you guys, and just like other people who you've loved, even platonic relationships, did not have that. So they did not show up as they could have showed up. And for a lot of you guys, these people are not changing. And especially at least right now. But don't tolerate no BS. I feel like some of you guys started becoming an introvert, or maybe this person is introverted. They could have said that you're their wife before, or maybe insinuated that this was going to happen. It's just something along those lines, whether this was you saying this, feeling, whatever. It could be your energy or their energy. But you or them could feel like it was the wrong time, right person. And like I said, for a lot of you guys, this most definitely, nothing about this gives right person. Like, you got to stop being in, no offense, it's not even meant to be taken that way. So if it does, you need to do some shadow work. But self-delusion, and it's like, and sometimes they don't even have to be on purpose or even consciously aware of, but I feel like when you operate, you could be a hopeless romantic when it comes to your energy, but I feel like your heart space is like in other areas of your energy and gifts and whatever. It's like you have this really beautiful like heart or whatever. Not like or whatever, but I was gonna go more in depth, but I summed it up pretty. That was you know, summed it up. So look, it says this is a time for self, and you know it's crazy because I have not seen this card until now, and as I'm putting everything together, it's just perfect, you know. This song is beautiful. It's called Why by Sasha Keeble. Okay. So yes, you guys, confirmation, this is a time for self. Maybe that's why some of you guys started getting into solitude more and being in your own space. You know, some of y'all remember we talked about the mental relaxation and your emotional state, how you are in right now. Like, I feel like something is still, you're still hurt by something, sad by something, swimming around in a loop in your negative emotions. And for some of you guys, that can be in a way of dwelling on the past, because we're no longer in the past. And a lot of these things could have happened over like months ago. For some of you guys, this is stuff that happened years ago in probably a previous relationship as well. So 2 exes, 2 recent exes, or, you know, take it out resonates. So yeah, this song is I'm telling you, I think I heard this song before too, and I was like, hold on, let me Spotify, hold on, click Sasha, hey girl, follow, period, cause yes, honey, we're gonna have to get some more music from you, girl. Ooh, Mama's Boy. Look, I'm just... See, child. Look. Breaking curses. Wow. See, you breaking curses, and I feel like you're attracting somebody that you can potentially become business partners with. And don't forget, it's plenty of opportunities, it's plenty of people, it's plenty of whatever. Okay? Don't settle, whether it's in business, whether it's within your relationships, friendships, family, lovers, whatever, strangers, whatever it is. So you had a few people who wasn't really in your life, for your like better. I can't even think right now. Like, was this person even thinking this month? You weren't thinking, or they weren't thinking. You for sure probably weren't thinking, because you really a 10 out of 10, and you dating a -1. And that's not just one time, one person. Maybe you had a rough every time you got in a relationship. You probably was connecting with people who literally you should have been not connecting with, because your heart and who you are versus their heart and who they are, it's like ill. So some of y'all, you really probably didn't even know who they were for real. Because I don't, yeah, maybe you was just like inexperienced, like, and you probably was just, I don't know, on some type of mission of probably just being you, or indulging in love and what you thought, whatever you expected from it. But I feel like you are coming into a better energy, or you're capable of being in a better energy. Because for some of y'all, you can be in a better energy, and this person is the one who's in the Five of Cups energy. They're the one who's in regret. They're the ones who's dwelling on what didn't work out with y'all. Because some of y'all moving the hell on, and you like, shit, you know better is on the way, or I'm here to tell you that better is on the way. We talked about it. And I feel like it has a lot to do with that heart of yours. I'm telling you, your energy. See, some of y'all was dealing with mama's boys, or people with mom and dad issues. And like I said, a lot of people, parents itself, even maybe your own mom, right, didn't probably show up in their best selves. But that don't mean that everybody in the world felt neglected or whatever. And for those who did, we gonna be there for you. We gonna da-da-da. We don't see you in no other way, whatever. We're going to treat you how we would treat anybody, because that's just our hearts naturally, right? But it's like, damn, I lost my train of thought. See, this connection, maybe you guys suffered a lot of trauma, and like a connection that maybe your memory, could have been some issues with your memory, their memory, both of y'all's memory. So y'all resonate. But I'm seeing a new person. And some of these people are going to be really sad when they see that you get in a new relationship. Or they're really sad about the thought of a new person coming into your life. Because then they know they'll for sure be in the past. And ain't, y'all stepping in y'all power. Y'all doing what's right for y'all. So don't ever feel bad for doing what's best for you. Like, you gotta stop self-sacrificing, and you gotta choose you. And sometimes it's not even consciously aware that we don't be choosing us. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta change this hopeless romantic energy into, I can't think of the opposite of it, but when you look up hopeless romantic, it's not as cute as you thought it would be. So, but yeah, a lot about these connections, relationships that didn't work out, whatever, they were toxic anyway. Some of you guys, this is time to people who you were in a relationship with, like committed relationship with, or this could be like your blood family. But I'm just seeing toxic energy, toxic heart spaces, like at least 10 people or more or less. 10s are really significant for this collective. We said 10, 10, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. other numbers. So it says they don't have your best interest at heart, especially when it comes to some type of lump sum of money, family security or safety, or even, like I said, within your love relationships. Like maybe that doesn't exist in those connections either. And it's just like they don't have your best interest. Like I said, you're going from having a 0 and dropping that 0 and getting you a hero, but not even based on looking for it. I feel like that's why some things don't come at a specific time, because things are still being cooked right now. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with self. Like things are still being cooked within you, and maybe some of these things are subconsciously being done, or they're just subconscious, whatever I'm trying to say. But this person could have told you that they loved waking up to you. And this is not past tense. It doesn't have ed at the end. It's just love, right? It says, don't worry about my fam. I got you. So some of y'all could have been having issues with their family. They could have been having issues with insurance. Take care of resonates. But they was telling you, oh, don't worry about them, or basically trying to say there was nothing to worry about. Whatever, like that's what I mean by either verbatim or not, you know, like how it can still signify this energy. So just apply to how it fits for you guys. All right, but like I said, confirmation, you're right. Because some of y'all, you probably like, am I right to cut these people off? Am I right to go on another path? Am I right to just do this and that? And all of what you're saying is because you're doing what's best for you. You've already given people the benefit of the doubt. You've already given many chances. Like, what more do you want to do to yourself? Okay, that's basically what it is. That's how you gotta look at it, because when you look at it like that, it's really the truth, okay? But you're right. Welcome in. Thank you for double tapping the screen. It says, I got feelings too, bear with me. Remember we talked about the reverse psychology. Like, oh, the collective is sad. Now you sad. You hurt the collective feelings. Now all of a sudden they hurt your feelings. Like, what you talking about? Like, it's cool. We're going to look in the mirror every time, because that's just your hearts, right? But the thing is, sometimes people didn't gaslit the hell out of you and all this other stuff, that you start looking at yourself like, am I doing the right thing by moving on? And it's like, bruh, you really got to ask that question? Yeah, you doing good, man. You know, that's why sometimes outside, like, that's probably why sometimes they do say advice can be, like, given to you. And a wise man knows that he knows nothing at all or whatever. But it's also separate from allowing other people to project on you and you not having your own, like, doing what the hell you want to do in your own life. Or, child, whatever I was talking about previously, I forgot. So I can't even finish my sentence or say it how I want. But I feel like these people was trying to put something on you that they're responsible for. Like, you didn't fumble a 10 out of 10. They possibly even accepted your apology, dealt with your apportion and blame, the bare minimum, whatever else, forgave you, probably gave you more chances because they loved you and they wanted to actually do the marriage thing, do the family thing, or whatever the case may be. But see, collective, y'all, maybe you got to reflect on your own situations that happen in your own childhood, because to connect with people who are clearly, visibly not good for you, and to continue to attract it out your relationships. I'm not saying this is what you're currently doing now, but I'm just saying that's how this person was able to even bag you in the first place. Because I'm sure if you were operating from the higher version of yourself, this person wouldn't have even, you wouldn't have even looked their way. Like, it's non-compatible at all. And I don't mean like love is love, right? But I'm saying like within values and principles and stuff like that. So that's why I said these people is just not your cup of tea. You couldn't even do business with them. Who knows? Maybe they had anger issues. Maybe, I don't know why you couldn't do business with them. But this could be metaphorically or literally. Like, it's just not your cup of tea. The situation, their energy, none of it. And for them to try to put all this stuff on you and say that they have feelings too, yeah, we know that. And from the jump, Collective was always loyal, compassionate, etc. That's why you come up as a Queen of Cups to them. And that's why you coming out like that in the reading. They knew your heart, they seen your heart, and they also knew that they were wrong. That's the thing. So for them to even come off like, oh, well, I got feelings too, but still knowing they wrong, it's like literally manipulation, gaslighting, and all type of stuff. And you don't want those type of relationships. Not as family, not as friends, not as lovers. It's toxic, it's unhealthy. It's not good for you. So if you're talking about cutting off those type of connections, even if it's permanently, whatever, maybe you'll come back around when you feel called to, if you feel called to. And if it's still no change and not in the way that aligns with you and your path without you trying to change your path or experience cognitive dissonance and all this other stuff, just live it in your authenticity. So stop living for other people at the end of the day, and make sure you remember that this is you in your life. You choose who you love. So if you're going to allow anybody to love you, I'm going to need them to be top tier. Because you top tier, okay? You don't need to be dating nobody who's emotionally manipulative or manipulative overall, who's a gaslighter, who got roving eyes and all this lust going on and only physically attracted to you but don't really feel you deep within, because they shallow as hell for real. And it's not that I'm talking about them or that you should even hate this person, because forgive them for they know not what they do, right? Whether you're religious or not, forgive them for they know not what they do. If they knew better, they do better. I'm just saying, the cliche quotes, you gotta, it's like sometimes, but look, that's what I'm saying. Experience brings wisdom. And y'all have done a lot of experiencing. And I feel like y'all still have things, to learn, or you at least need to apply the wisdom that you've obtained for the past years to the present moment. Stop confusing yourself. Stop becoming, it's like you have a knowing, you have clarity, but it's for some reason, some of you guys, you don't be thinking something, I don't know, like for instance, you could see something is toxic, feel that it's toxic, and then come into this thought or belief that, and maybe this could even been a belief previously, and you feel like, you know what, I don't want these type of relationships, these are unhealthy. I've always dreamt as a youngin' that I would have the knight in shiny armor, save the princess from the tower, whatever the case may be, right? Fairy tale lifestyle, whatever. Or fairy tale love. Stuff you see in the movies, stuff you were seeing in the movies. And child, I forgot. I know I'm telling y'all that memory, they be happening. My apologies, I don't like it either. When I forget, I do not like when I forget stuff. Especially when I be in the middle of what I'm saying. Especially if it's a collective or I'm dropping gem. Always dropping a gem. So the throat chakra, like I said, is very significant. Because I'm always want to, But I forgot, y'all, what I'm about to say. So, like I had said earlier, look, this card coming out again. It's funny because confirmation, look, this is reminding me of what I was saying. Bruh, whatever you originally believe in that, trust in that. Don't allow something to sway you or make you feel like, damn, am I tripping? This seemed right, but maybe it's not as right as I think it is, or whatever the case may be. So that was basically the point I was making. But I think somebody tried to help me remember. You said we don't be recognizing. Thank you for trying to help me remember. But my brain is still not even receiving what you just said right now. Like, that's how, I guess, how traumatic a situation can be. And since I'm doing this collective for y'all, I know that y'all went through some extremely traumatic situations for sure. Maybe some people coming across the reading probably didn't take how it resonate, right? But look, I'm telling y'all, the energy is opposites. You were connected with somebody and it was opposite. You was most definitely in a unrequited love situation, type of situation, but you probably really love people for real. But I feel like you were loving people who needed to love themselves, right? Love that. Just thought of that within, wasn't even thinking, it just flown on out, honey. Love that. But anyways, it's like, so you do actually really deserve something that's stable and it lets you be in your feminine energy, whether you're a man or a woman, okay? And take out resumes, okay? Because we talking about the healthy feminine. Look, he said, give it to yourself. Come from me, bro. I'm trying to tell you. This song is by KWN. It's called Stand On It. Confirmation, baby. You said stand on it, honey. Whatever it is. You set a boundary, stand on it. Look, it says, congrats, baby on the way. Water sign. So a new addition to the family. Some of you guys, this can happen in the next month, 8 weeks. So be mindful if this is, don't repeat, do not repeat anything. Some of y'all were thinking of possibly end up reconciling. Maybe their energy, their charm is gonna rub off on you or something. But be mindful. Remember we said what we said. Okay? January through August is significant. So yeah. 2026 of January through August most definitely can even be significant, especially with this new person energy. Maybe some of you guys are going to be coming out of darkness and you're just going to become this brand new person. Possibly even coming into union with yourself. Really, like really growing for real. This could be your energy right now. Grown in your, connected to your highest self or connected to your truest self or on the path of that, in alignment with that, just like how you're in alignment with somebody who is good for business, who can potentially be somebody that you can work with them, like financially. Because you know how sometimes they say don't mix business with pleasure. This is going to be somebody that you can mix business and pleasure with. You want to know why? Because you're attracted to somebody who's similar to your heart space and intellect, or mainly values, principles, etc. Look, the only thing that was saving this person was the heart of you. This song is by Summer Walker. It says heart of a woman. Only thing that's saving you is the heart of a woman. So I know mainly the main audience is probably women. But men, you just got to take out resonating. Okay. But anyways, you're breaking curses. See, that's why they say most people can't come, because when you breaking curses, a lot of people aren't breaking the curses in their own individual journey. So it's like, how we go? You know what I'm saying? So, like, look, this the Queen of Swords energy right here. Their wisdom obtained through the trials and the tribulations, the hardships. That's how you obtain the wisdom. That's what the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords represents. See, all the queens are coming out in your spirit. The Queen of Wands is out here. The Queen of Hearts is out here. And the Queen of Swords is out here. The King of Pentacles is out here. Not the Queen of Pentacles, but they still don't necessarily... See, when somebody you probably were in a connection where people met different versions of you. You were meeting different versions of yourself. They were meeting different versions of you. Maybe you were growing while you were in the connection as well. But this is your confirmation that whomever this may be, friend, family, lover, foe, whatever, they don't have your best interest at heart. They meant what they said. And I feel like you're just breaking curses, or at least being encouraged to apply the wisdom that you've obtained through those trials and tribulations. Crown said that is so accurate. We have our own family curse to break to consider first before that. It's not even like consideration wise. It's just we all have our own lives and we all have our own souls and we're all just our own beings. And I feel like a lot of people are always talking about purpose and what we're here for, like all these things. But I feel like if people really didn't have curses to break, or even if they did break the curses, life on earth would be much more healthier and of union and other things. And I do mean that in a deeper way. I don't know why I got in my head every time somebody's seen somebody walking, they spoke. You know how sometimes you'll walk and you'll see somebody you don't know, but you don't speak. You just walk past them. I literally was getting this energy of like a whole shifted earth of some stuff you probably see in a show or whatever. But that's, it don't have to be like that verbatim. It's just the energy though. Welcoming, friendly, just self-love, therefore loving others, whatever, you know, different stuff like that. And I feel like some of the people that you may be connected to, they don't really possess that energy. See, a lot of these things were supposed to be shaped and formed and possibly already existing as you were a youngin'. But when people go through their own stuff in their life, and a lot of times it first starts with the parent, the guardian, you know, those type of things, the model figures, who's around, like what you picking up on, and mainly the trauma. And when you continue to get older and those things don't get healed and you don't know anything about inner child healing, and neither does your parents, and neither did they parents, and neither did they parents, and neither did they. But you can choose who you love. That's the thing. Yes, you were born into this. Yes, y'all have kids. Yes, da-da-da. Yes, you got history with them. Yes, whatever else you want to say. Yes, it exists. Because you want to know why? Because humans are humans and they have free will. So I'm not surprised if all of these things exist. It just be making sense to some people. But in actuality, that shit don't make sense. Right? That's what I'm saying. Don't confuse yourself. You have clarity, and it's almost like you confused still, or you feel like something will be, I don't know, maybe I'm picking up on some indecisive energy for some of y'all. Yeah. Welcome into the live. Thank you guys for double tapping, sharing. Appreciate it. All right. We got a twin flame on the back. See, everybody don't believe in twin flames. So you take it how it resonates. But some of you guys, you're possibly on the path of a twin flame union. Maybe you thought this was a twin flame union. Or maybe this was a twin flame union here. If you believe in twin flames. You don't have to believe in twin flames. If you do, you do. Like, I'm just going to say whatever you believe in. Make sure that it's not fear-based. It's not restricting you from anything. And, you know, negative, really. As I made up a quote over a year or two ago, anything that's negative is false. Quotes by Lenisha. But anyways, you were right though. That's pretty much the message, bruh. That's pretty much the message. But the great thing, look, confirmation. Remember we said apportion blame? It's literally right there. Literally right there. See, you're not See, I'm telling you, some people probably really gaslit the hell out of you. And you just be like, literally. See, that's possibly why you called to be your own space and your own energy. You don't need nobody, no more people projecting on you, no more, because it's possible for some of you guys internal things going on, and you do know the world on the inside is a reflection of the world on the outside, okay? So when you have inner peace, it don't matter what's going on in the world, inner peace is going to be there. Inner peace is something that's, fear won't live in your heart, hate won't live in your heart, getting any type of negative whatever, it just won't be there. It won't exist. And not because, oh, you're so positive and jolly, and no, it has nothing to do with that. Even though joy could be a thing, but somebody could have told you that you were their dream girl, or maybe you were always somebody that they probably wanted as a wife, or someone they look up to. Maybe this wasn't something that they shared with you, but I feel like somebody did say something along the lines of you being their dream girl or something like that. This person could be having dreams about you, especially if you're not having dreams about them. Or maybe both of y'all having dreams about each other. Just take it how it resonates. You could be in no contact with this person. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. Trust your knowing, basically. See, there you go right there. Rather than the outside this and the outside that. Follow your inner compass. Because a lot of this stuff, that's the true illusion. See, this say fake. That's the true illusion. See, you, why listen to any and everybody else when you have a refined intellect? Literally high priestess energy and everything else. So that's why either you're possibly being encouraged to see your beauty, not only within your heart, but even within who you are overall as well. Like, everything makes up who you are as well. Your heart, beautiful. We count that in for sure. But I'm just saying, we got the heart and we got the energy and action and whatever else. But this energy is tied to confidence and everything like that. So some of you guys are either encouraged to be more confident and step back in your power. And some of you guys should, that energy has already been birthed. But it's up to you to create it. It's up to you to create it. Look, there go the Queen of Pentacles coming out. So like I said, confirmation, that is confirmation that you guys are coming up as the Empress energy, the divine feminine. Tell you how it resonates. Because some people that may be watching this may not be in divine feminine energy, you know, because they are not of these energies. Like how some of these third parties were, right? That your partners or previous partners were dating and experiencing, and even their mother figures. You were possibly the only person that they met that was different for real. Like, there was something that they could see as, wow, this person is actually, you know, maybe they were shocked about who they realized you were. Maybe they didn't expect you to be who you were, because they probably didn't know that it ever existed, because they never experienced it. And I feel like the exact same way that you made this person feel, somebody is going to make you feel. Just like how they were stressed, basically a burden in your life, on your emotions, on your mental state, all that. Literally, you probably were in fight or flight mode in their space. Yeah, some of you guys are in no contact with this person. And some of you guys probably aren't. Because like I said, multiple people could be coming out in your reading. But for sure, somebody that you're not in contact with, for sure. Look, and I feel like that's on purpose. Because you're being encouraged to heal. Or maybe you're just living with purpose and intent. Or you have this calling and you're just... Maybe y'all know something needs to be healed. Maybe you get confirmations or signs about healing or whatever the case may be. But this person could be coming towards you. I feel like some of you guys, it's probably not that shocking that they would come towards you. Maybe this person popped up on you before, or it wasn't, it wasn't like a surprise for y'all to like reconnect or for them to, you know. It says, take a look in the mirror. The answer is yes. So some of you guys, it's still you being in this relationship still showed that you have to look into the mirror yourself, because if you were in a relationship with this person, you could have had certain addictions or whatever the case may be. But some of you guys could have been in relationships and you possibly were codependent or addicted to someone, loving them more than you love you, because you never really got to possibly learned about that for real. For some of you guys, like loving you first. You probably heard God first, family second. Boom. All right, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen if you are enjoying the collective, if it's resonating for you. If you are wanting to get on the list, my prices are pinned on my profile. All right, to keep the messages going, make sure you are double tapping the screen. Because if we're not doing personals, but the collective also not gifting or double tapping or nothing, I'm going to be like, okay, let me go ahead and go do something else. Like go outside, take my dog out, you know. I'm going to get off soon, but we can get off a little early if y'all want. But I do appreciate you guys who's been double tapping. You know, appreciate the follows and the likes. But yeah, like I said, y'all are attracting somebody who's like, it's giving completely opposite from the people of your past. Seriously. They're not going to waste your time. And I feel like they're a person that don't want their time wasted. Like, you guys can really be very similar and different at the same time. Like, you don't tolerate BS, they don't tolerate BS. And it's not that they're going to disrespect you or anything. It's just that they respect themselves. Okay, you feel me? That's what it is, just like you, right? Like, you're in your power, they're in their power. Leaders, not followers. And, you know, you stand your ground, you stand on 10 toes about you, maybe. Maybe for some of y'all, this is what you need to work on. But yeah, this person is going to... Y'all are going to be really like power couples. And I feel like y'all are going to complement each other so well, even in a deeper aspect within the relationship, because it's just going to be very beautiful that y'all get to experience each other. Especially when all you've been experiencing was toxic relationships and connections. So it's going to be really like beautiful. Some of y'all, this is going to come knocking at your door when you least expect it, right? When you're not really, yeah. Some of y'all can happen sooner than you think. But like I said, if you keep operating and standing in your power and learning the lessons and applying with the wisdom that you've learned from those hardships that you've experienced, from that pain that you've endured, actively making healthier choices for you and your energy. Because sometimes you react in a way that's possibly not that healthy for you to do. Maybe you're constantly putting yourself in harm's way to get that can possibly lead you to become hurt, because you're still in a sensitive space where you haven't really fully grasped the idea of not taking anything personal, etc. Or it can be in another aspect that I was going to say first, but I said that one. And I can't even think of what it was, but let me try to think. This song is called Act Right by Sasha Kiebel. Some of y'all probably was preaching to this person. You was probably letting them know that their time was almost up anyway. Maybe you was trying to tell them to act right. Maybe shit, God itself said act right. I feel like this person was supposed to be somebody who was supportive especially, like, I feel like they were supposed to show up as a King of Cups for you, exactly in the way that you showed up for them. It's just the energies are shifted. Masculine, feminine energy. I feel like you guys, but look, we got free will, and hey, when people, that's why I said sometimes you gotta look in the mirror instead of like pointing fingers somewhere else, because you are in a relationship with this person. So what is of your own energy to the point to where you could be able to connect with a person of this? Did you rush into the relationship? I'm not saying that that's a bad thing or whatever, but rushing into anything, even if we wasn't talking about relationships, for sure, usually would be like slow and steady wins the race. So going back to that, rushing, when it comes to I don't ever recommend. I'm just big on not telling people what to do, but at the same time, I said I'm big on justice, truth, etc. And I just feel like that wouldn't be the wisest thing. And you're a wise individual, so maybe you could be somebody that's wise, but your ass don't even be making wise decisions. I feel like that was unintentional. I feel like maybe that came because of the gaslighting and because of you looking in the mirror all the time, right? Because like I said, if somebody tell you something and you know, oh, okay, yeah, I can see how that could be me or whatever, I feel like you take accountability for, like, certain things. So if it makes sense, you would probably, boom, boom, bam. But some of these things didn't necessarily make sense. I just feel like it instantly attached itself to your brain, and your brain was like, okay, I'm going to take this and run with it. Okay, see, yeah, some of y'all are single, you broke up with this person, but the thing is, you're the only person that can really get them in that, energy, like sexually. Like, this song is by KWN, it's called Do What I Say. Remember, we just got done saying act right. It's like, act right, do what I say. So confirmation, like, some of y'all could have been telling this person, for sure, act right. Act right. But that's why you gotta trust your knowing. You can't be out here preaching to people and telling them stuff, because you gotta remember, nobody preached to you and told you nothing. You showed up. And you was still evolving, growing, learning who you was, all that. Bump your head. And you was still showing up as this energy that you possibly never received. And I don't need you to be settling for it, because when people get into your energy, they don't settle. It's like top tier. So you have to know that you can attract this, since you're a person that exists with this energy. You can't be the only person on the plane that got this good energy. Like I said, remember we talked about plenty of opportunities, plenty of people. I'm telling you, don't be settling for the first opportunity. Just because somebody, half the time people love bomb you, and that's why you're in a connection. Half the time you rush, and now you don't even know this person on a soul's level, right? But like I said, for some of y'all, you learned at a young age because you didn't know any better. So some of y'all, this was just you not really. That's what I'm saying. Don't be beating yourself up, really. But also remember, in the present time, you got to apply the wisdom that you've obtained to the present moment. Because I feel like some of y'all, you may be having some mental like anguish, conflict, internal conflict, something going on. And this can even be in other areas of your life, even spiritually or overall, whatever, life. See, I feel like love brought you into this space for sure. Loving other people and the energy that you possess. Because I feel like some of y'all, you're not fake. And you're not shallow either. Your energy is not even close to mediocre. By far the complete opposite. You could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or somebody that is significant in your reading is Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. So some of y'all, you outside. Or something about the outside is significant. That can be in nature. That can be in whatever with you. You know your life. Right? If you be outside, you be outside. If you don't, then we talking about nature or something. But Take how it resonates. Thank you for the gifts, Solomon. Yeah, that 813 energy number is significant. Somebody could live in the state of Texas. Yep. Look, it says, let them go, not the one. So yeah, confirmation. They're not the one, the two, nor your cup of tea. And you know this. So don't fool yourself. Just, you called to be in your own energy for a reason, or certain things push you into going from extrovert to introvert, or maybe you were naturally in this energy. But your feelings are valid. And I feel like some people weren't able to really empathize with you and feel how bad they may have hurt you. Maybe they were too selfish. Maybe they were too detached from their heart space, or whatever it may have been. But you don't still deserve to, go through the things that you went through with people. We're not blaming anyone. We're also validating your feelings. So, if you're doing what's best for you, I say go for it. Instead of being too addicted to anyone else and all this other energy, I will be addicted to myself. It says so addicted to you. You got to be so addicted to yourself that you only want what's best for you, and you're only going to do what's best for you. Okay, do the shadow work, do the inner child healing, whatever you have to do, whatever is good for you, your health, your energy. I encourage that, especially when it comes to your love and relationships and the things that didn't work out. Because regardless, better is on the way. So until then, this is a time for self. Heal, heal, heal. All right, take the look in the mirror. I'm seeing you're on this path of breaking curses, or you're literally breaking curses. That's literally the energy that I'm getting. But yeah, they meant that. However they did you, they meant that. Whatever they said to you, they meant that. Literally. So you got too much going on. Some of y'all, you're entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs. Like, you got too much going on for yourself, and energetically, spiritually, just who you are, even financially or business-wise. They're just not your cup of tea. Like, you just gotta leave them where you found them at, honey. The trenches, okay? The trenches. So some of them, they may pull on your energy because they're missing you. They're dreaming about you, like all of this stuff. So if you want to make sure you do return their energy back to them, and, or return your energy back to you, release their energy back to them, whatever. So you can feel more like yourself and not feel so compelled to reach out or lower your standards or the bar that you set for yourself when it comes to the relationship. Or what I really meant to say was, like, your discipline and other stuff towards actually moving forward. Like it says, meant to be, meant to stay. So this person could really feel like y'all are soulmates, that y'all are meant to be, that y'all are meant to stay, that you are the one for them, that you're their dream girl, their boom, boom, bam. But it's given, you can't say that about them. Welcome in, love. This is a collective. But it's like, it's going to be somebody who you're attracting that you're going to be able to brag about for real, that you're going to actually be able to say these things without clutching your booty cheeks. Excuse my language. So it just gives, this person is going to be themselves no matter what societal norms think and all these societal pressures and all this stuff. It's like they're not going to be compelled by the matrix, and they're not going to care about a lot of things that are really shallow. And basically their third eye is going to be open. Their heart space is going to be open. They're just going to be, period. So that's probably why you guys are in this energy. And I feel like things are happening fast. So maybe that's why you could be seeing signs of encouraging you to heal. Or maybe this is your sign to make sure you stay on top of that. Because you're attracting somebody who's literally in divine masculine energy. And I feel like that's just because you're a divine feminine. But you have some healing that you need to do. Your heart space may not be how it was before you got hurt. And your mindset, maybe, you went through a lot of trauma with your brain. So it's, this is a time for self. Plus, maybe you've been in relationships your whole damn life or some shit, okay? Well, not your whole life, but basically, you probably started off at a young age, inexperienced, got your heart broken at a young age, and maybe you probably got into other relationships before you were ready. Whether this was your first relationship or whether this was, okay, next. You never really gave your heart a break for some of y'all. So it's like this would be a very fine time to be in your own space, because then you will be really able to connect with yourself more, see who you are, and really, not be a stranger to yourself for real. Because sometimes we think we know who we are, but sometimes we're operating from a traumatized version of ourselves or from shadowed versions of ourselves. That's why, they say do shadow work, because a lot of times you can't see your shadows until you go in and shine a light on them. Until you go ahead and love your shadows, right? Shadows can be anything. It can really be the things that you hide from yourself, other people that you don't like, that you want to rid of. See, all these people, they don't want to do nothing what they like. That's the problem. They just doing the same shit. Like, okay, so you watching TV, you doing that, and okay. But they not really expanding. They probably don't know what travel is or how to spell it. And some people, they just don't, but I'm just saying in a deeper way. Like this would be people who are literally, I don't know, it's like, and you want to be around certain energy, because at times energy can be contagious. Next thing you know, you picking up on people lingo. If they lazy, now all of a sudden you being lazy. They doing this, now all of a sudden you get into, right? Be around them for a certain amount of time. It could happen, especially if you coming into this space where you're in your south node energy, rather north node. So you more, susceptible. And I feel like when it came to this person's family, they should have protected you a little bit better or stood up for you a little bit better. Because I feel like y'all are also respectful, and y'all be wanting to get along with people, family, especially if you're their lovers. And like, I feel like you're a family-oriented person, and like all of these things for a lot of you guys. That's why I'm saying you're attracting somebody who's literally going to match all of these things. I'm telling you, it's going to be like perfect. And they, for some reason, human beings created all these negative things, and they say that there's no such thing as perfect. But baby, what I'm doing, see, if you've experienced awakenings and miracles, then you know. See, when people just live in a dark, gloomy life and they hate the world and they miserable and all this stuff, you're talking to the wrong people. You're around the wrong people. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe this is you being pushed towards better relationships, better connections, healing yourself, a path where you're actually coming into union with yourself. You're becoming one with stuff. Like you're literally, I'm telling you. And I feel like this is so important to experience and to get a feel of who you are, to experience things by yourself for once. You've always been around people. There's a world full of people. You went to school. You've had immediate family, always around people. And a lot of people are handicapped to that, not realizing that it's codependency, or it's seeking validation, security outside of oneself. All of these things that we're meant to give to ourselves, because we're meant to already be whole in those areas. Not meant to, I want this person to be my peace. That's why they say, no, you have to be your own peace. It is not my job. I'm not saying I'm going to come into your life and destroy it and be non-peaceful. But you supposed to, you ain't supposed to come into my life with no damn baggage. But the thing is, how did you get into my life with that baggage? Did I rush into getting to know you? Did I not really get to know you at all? What did I not take into consideration? that's low-key reflecting on, you know, low-key. So, you know, heal, give yourself enlightenment. Healing is in different forms, in different ways. Mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, whatever. Yeah. So just tend to yourself. I do appreciate the gift. Solomon, thank you for the hat and the mustache. I was trying to get out that point so bad. Like, I didn't forgot what I was saying about several times. And so I was trying to stay on. I was like, bro, let me try to finish this. So in my brain, I was like, oh, thank you. But yeah, yeah. So there's some endings going on, necessary endings though. For some of you guys, it may have been painful. It may be something that seems devastating to do. It may be a bittersweet thing, especially when you actually love people, okay? Because you have some people that say they love you, but they do you like this. How you love the collective? Don't ever say that again. So when I say love, honey, I don't mean what the hell everybody else talking about. I don't know what they be talking about. Right. This song is by Sailor. It's called Cut Up. Y'all probably can't hear it as much. She like might cut up all these photos. See, some of y'all, this person hurt y'all dressing to the point where you like, you know what? Any picture I got of you, no, delete. Oh, these pictures, especially if it was like physical pictures. Oh, bye. Maybe somebody felt like that towards you, honey, but I'm really not getting it. But sometimes it's like that for some people. Shit, it don't gotta be your message, but I gotta throw it on up out there. Maybe this person could have came off like a, I don't want to say an old soul, because it's not giving wise and what's the name at all. It's really giving like an old head, you know. And if you're of the black culture and you live in the hood, you probably know that slang. So, but if you don't know, I can't think right now, but it says like, if you don't know, I can't think right now to say what's the name for you to really, oh, head, like, 7-3. I'm telling you. It says let go and luck is here. See, I don't know if you started realizing whenever you let these people go, these situations go, that all of a sudden you just started getting lucky out of nowhere. Like maybe the day you cut somebody off and you was literally serious. You probably got $1,000 check in the mail the next day. Or whatever the case may be. I feel like it was something that literally would be labeled as, ooh, that seems so lucky. That seems so da-da-da. So yeah, 777 could be very significant. You could be seeing things that signify that 777 luck energy, whether it's money slots or casinos or whatever, Monopoly. But somebody is still holding on to you. They're dwelling. They're not letting you go. And I feel like they think you guys are gonna get back together. And I feel like they think that you're their person. But you know, these people, they be tripping. Because some of these people could tell you that they love you and don't even love you yet. Like, they could be low-key knowing they don't love you and still be like, yeah, I love you too. Or I love you. Well, I'm not going to do the I love you too people like that. But I'm going to do the main ones who be initiating, I love you. And they know that they don't love you. But for others, for sure, for the ones that's like, I love you too, especially in a romantic sense, I don't know. But these people are very manipulative. Yeah, it would have been a bad choice It would have been a bad choice. Or maybe something was a bad choice. Because you probably caused yourself some type of depression. So also be mindful of staying in energy that makes you upset or makes you very sad. Like, that's why they say forgiveness is not for them but for you, because it's like it's bringing peace. You're not at peace if you steady mad about something and all this other stuff. So that's why it's really cool to operate from your loves, like in the space of love, or from your heart chakra. Because it's more healing, it's more healthy for you and free, really. Because you don't got to worry about looking at people as snakes and all this. You're probably going to start looking at people like they just don't know anything. Like, I don't know, it's just going to be love in your heart space. So anything that's tied to love, I don't, of course, feel like it would be something that's naive and gullible, but like just operating from love instead of hate or trauma or, you know, whatever the case may be. So I feel like you operate in that energy, but still capable of cutting a motherfucker off if necessary. Like, you know, some of y'all really are scientists. Like, you just be experimenting and shit. Bro, I'm telling you, you were right about a lot of stuff. And for some of y'all who's second guessing it, confirmation again that you were right. I'm using a whole nother deck. And it literally said you were or are right. It had already came out in the other spread with the playing cards. Playing cards, Uno could be significant. And bro, I did get some energy of playing games. Where did I read that? Where did I see that? But it's significant. Whether I can find it or not, it's significant. Cancer. Health-wise or zodiac sign. Name, whatever the case may be. We got romantic or romance. So, of course, confirmation that a lot of you guys, this is talking about a romantic situation and connection. Remember I told y'all the divine was intervening, like divine intervention. And this says God is coming through. And it could have been in the wildest way, right? Remember we talked about the luck and everything else, but I feel like the invisible forces that work with you are not against you, bro. I'm not saying there's anything that do work against you. Shit, you got visible forces that be working against you here. But like I said, you protected spiritually. But it don't hurt to, like, if you want. I just feel like it's a mind space. Like, that's what I'm saying. If necessary, which 9 times out of 10 it is, because you've been picking up on information since you were a little kid. And whatever people were telling you was the truth and everything, that's what you were sucking in. Some of you guys, it's still in your subconscious, and deprogramming to reprogram would be good instead of just trying to reprogram. Like, it's a process to things. That's why I feel like some things are just at the pace for you, right? At your own pace in your own life. That's possibly why we say you're still in alignment. And that time is an illusion or whatever the case may be. Some people say it in the less. Anyways, look, they go to heart chakra. But it says have faith. You got this. Whatever you're needing faith in, have faith. Whether that's in believing that you can actually attract true love, whether that's believing that you can actually love again or be healed, whether that's having faith in God, if you believe in God, okay? Like, whatever it is, it's just encouraging you to have faith. Bye. Say goodbye. He said say goodbye. Some of y'all are needing to say goodbye. Whether you in no contact, take how it resonate. But that man say bye. That man said say bye. Say goodbye. So it's like bye. Some of you guys are finally done with something. So it's like shit, you say bye. Some of y'all moving. Things are changing. See, this song is by Bryson Tiller. It's called Always Forever. The Vampire Diaries or supernatural shows could be significant. In the show, the originals, they had this saying amongst siblings, always and forever. But like I said, family significant, your own siblings, whatever. But a lot of you guys most definitely picking up on this romantic stuff. This person could be religious. Maybe you grew up religious, but I'm just seeing religion here. Here go the 777 energy we was talking about, and it's on the color green. So some of you guys, you're gonna be getting very lucky within this 3D plane, or things are working out for you, gonna be working out for you. Even in the times where you feel like something is not working out for you, it literally happened in the best way that it possibly could. If you were to possibly need to bump your head or whatever the case may be. And I feel like some things could just be signs or confirmations rather than coincidences. Oh. What is this? Oh, it's on your body, girl. Oh my goodness. Alright, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen, 9:10 on the clock. Alright. This can also help bring more people in. Or it can let TikTok know, okay, yeah, da-da-da. Because, but yeah, if you guys want to get on the list is open. Nobody is currently on the list. And then we can get started on you before I get up out of here. And it's a lot of you guys, you don't need these individuals. This person, it's like, if anything, you bring luck into their life, not the other way around. 223. YNW Melly, significant. He got a song called 223s. But yeah, look, it says taking advantage, dominant. Somebody tried to have something like their way, like trying to overpower somebody within something. But it says everything is going to work out. See, when you operate in nasty, low energy towards people who are literally of the opposite, I don't know why people expect that things are going to work out for them. If you steal somebody's inheritance that's, you know, innocent and or just whatever. If you cheat on somebody who never cheated on you, never was going to cheat on you, it's just a lot of things. Like, you just can't do things. Like, bad things be happening to good people for sure, but they don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. We don't deserve it. Okay, positive affirmations could be a thing. Really, literally, that deprogram, reprogram energy. But your spiritual team always been stepping 10 toes behind you. God is still showing up and showing out within your life. Whether you see it or not, sometimes it's all about us being in the moment and having gratitude for things. So count your blessings if necessary, because for a lot of you guys, there's always a reason to still smile about something. Like, yes, maybe something is happening in a particular way, but if you shifted your perspective or look at things from a higher perspective, then I feel like that will change the trajectory of your life tenfold. You'll be more positive. more optimistic, less fearful. Literally, all those things just by doing that one thing. All right. It says grass is or was not greener. Yeah, the grass was not green with this person at all. And I feel like some of y'all was probably sticking around waiting to see that, but you was just going to experience more hurt along the way. So I feel like maybe y'all was like, you know what? I got to go. And some of y'all possibly still was contemplating if you were going to leave this person or not. But they are of your past now. Like, I don't know if some of y'all feel like you're going to reconnect with this person, or if you hear a reading that talks about a person of your past, you don't even look at it as them, especially if it sounds good, honey. Or you can probably look at those moments that were good that you had, but don't be blinded by the reality of things. This person cannot be who you deserve for them to be. And it is not your responsibility to keep on sacrificing yourself just because you love someone, because they don't love you. Because if they did, they wouldn't have put you through all this stuff, especially not again and again. So maybe they love you in their own traumatized, traumatic, bare minimum way. But that's like a foreign language to me. Like, what you love me or what? If you gotta like, it gotta be security in a relationship. It gotta be, for sure, building on solid ground, solid foundations, not lies and all this other stuff. And but now you know to really get to know a person and to not put all your eggs in one basket, feeling like, oh, just because this person presented themselves to you means give them a chance. If you literally know that you should give your heart a break, you should heal, and you can see clear as day a person is not for you, or at least if you are going to be dating, because some of you guys eventually will, because you're happily single and you're blossoming and focusing on your business and you're just focused and everything. So eventually you may get into that energy, but just pick your battles. Work smarter, not harder. Especially within love and life. Or within love and life is everything, but especially within your love life, bruh, because, and really everything, but I say your love because it's like you choose who you love. You literally have that's why they say you have options, bruh. That's literally what that means. I'm just not thinking. I'm just like, man, that's what that means. That's why they say you got options. So you will be doing a disservice to yourself by allowing yourself to be love bombed or connecting with somebody because they want to date you. Like, do you want to date them? Right? Because see, a lot of you guys are in God and goddess energy, or gods and goddesses could be significant. Maybe they are working with you in your energy. But you have God and goddess energy for a lot of you guys. And so does your invisible forces that are working with you. But some apologies are due. Apologies are going to be getting sent. Maybe apologizing to yourself. Whatever. It's just something about apologies that are significant. Look, successful outcome, successful situation, success. Times 10. Yeah, see, something's going to be worth it. And at the end of the day, I'm seeing something that's going to work out for you anyway. Especially after all of this stuff that you've been through financially, within your career or business life, even if it was you working a 9-to-5, or if it was entrepreneurship, okay, within love, life overall. You was going through so many different stuff. You could have Scorpio placements or was basically experiencing like transformations throughout your life. You could even be going through a transformation right now. I remember I used to say a quote about there's no finish line to growth. And I don't know if I want to keep telling my brain that because But I can just look at it in a different way, not in a restrictive way, but just in a way that shows, like, sometimes even when you think you done growing, sometimes you get surprised, like, oh shit, whatever. Learning something new, coming into a different belief, like, it be different things that can really happen in your life, depending on your own actions and everything. So be mindful. The choices you make is really important. And communication is important as well. A lot of your relationships happen because of communication. You said hi, they said hi. That's how it starts, right? Any relationships. So try not to speak too much on things that you should keep to yourself, because not everything everybody needs to know. Like, create that relationship with yourself where you tell yourself everything rather than trying to look for that into somebody else. Just like when it comes to a lover, why do you want a lover? Is it so they can make you feel love? Nope. Get that to yourself, honey. That's probably why that person ain't came in yet, especially that one that you deserve, but you're probably not in the energy for. Because if you still settling in all this stuff, then you're not really in the energy. That means you're still capable of connecting with lower vibrational people who not on your, who's just not there yet. So it's just like settling or operating from your self node and like all this stuff. That's why it's important not to go backwards when you're doing things like life-changing as such. Like when you quit something, oh, you stop smoking, cool. Don't even go back into it. You already made it into a year. You already made it into some months, cool. It's not necessary. Anything that pertains to like doing outside of self, like, oh, okay, I gotta do that, I gotta think, whatever. Smoke don't belong in the lungs, but whether you eat, whatever. Take it how it resonates. So like I said earlier, 420, friendly, insignificant. I feel like you do what you do in your life, But at the end of the day, make sure you're living in your authenticity, and I feel like the purpose should be inner peace and mastering self-love. I feel like that's what you should look at purpose as, and the task in life. Because I feel like humans created this idea of we're being tested and like all these things. And by all means, people have their beliefs, but that's what they are, beliefs. Do they for sure know that to be true? But everything is going to work out. So yeah, be mindful of investing in something, because I feel like there's a huge red flag that's basically like, yep, don't do it, don't invest. You were right about this situation. Because for some of y'all, if this is people who you already have in your life and you've been in your head on if you should let them go, then I feel like you should pay attention to that. You can also decide, is this operating out of a space that's trauma and da-da-da? We're not talking about that though, because that's cool, because you can heal from that. But at the same time, we're also talking about somebody's energy, because I don't know, sometimes when you think about things and you operate from a certain space, sometimes that can leave you in a space of being able to connect with people who did hurt you and who do have things to work on. But it really depends on what feels more in alignment with you. Are you in alignment with it because it was projected on you, or are you in alignment with it because it's actually of who you truly are? So that's why some of you guys, it's important to get to take the time out to know yourself and experience yourself, because if you're around a bunch of other people, how are you going to really know or realize? Because sometimes societal pressure and happens, like when you're around people, you probably don't respond or act like how you would possibly act if they weren't around. Like sometimes that can happen. All right, even to people who are not trying to, so sometimes there's still like work to be done. You've been in this world for like some years, and I feel like you picked up on a lot of energies, habits, information, right? And it's time for a spiritual, bodily cleanse, right? Dark magic is here, and it's coming out in the reverse. So anybody who tried to do any type of dark magic towards you, whether it was even their words, they tried to say something over your life that was horrible, it was like a boomerang. It did not touch you. It went right back into that. It didn't come into fruition, and I don't think it ever will, and it ever can. because of who you are. It's like an ant to a giant when it comes to your energy. See, when you have people who are operating from false mask and manipulation and all this other stuff, that's low vibrational, and that's not doing anything for the world, let alone for or next to a person that's the complete opposite. Imagine that's like good and evil going against each other. How and why could evil win? Like naturally, with karma, things are balancing itself out. Things always seem to balance itself out. Like the energy of what's done in the dark will come to the light, or the energy of if people respond in with lack of integrity, then there will be karma for those consequences, or whatever the case may be. But I also like to say that we create our karma, right? Because a lot of things happen to us based on our own choices. So that's what I'm saying. You create your life based on your choices, and at times, for sure, your thoughts and your beliefs. So that's why I wanted to encourage y'all to, like, if you do have beliefs, to make sure they're not fear-based and restrictive, and, you know, mainly make sure it's positive. Okay? See, y'all could have been in connections that involved violence and abuse. Okay? We got third eye coming out. So, intuition. Some of you guys could have, due to all of this stuff that you went through in love and relationships, this has awoken your third eye. You could be seeing a lot of numbers. So you could be seeing a lot of angel numbers. And some of you guys, you should start looking up the angel numbers that have at least four digits to them. Or even 3, like angel number 493 in ChatGPT or wherever you want to go. I like ChatGPT. Another example could be 6373. Like looking up numbers like that. Somebody want to be close to you, but they feel that you're so far away, whether you're still in their energy or not. These people feel like they have to get next to you. Some of y'all, these people are addicted to you. That's what I'm saying. I feel like as these people are still in these energies, you're shifting out of these energies because you're growing and you're realizing things. Therefore, people are not able to, you're not vulnerable. Well, not vulnerable. You're not naive and gullible and easily to be in, to experience things that you've experienced already when you were naive, gullible, etc. Right? So yeah, keep going. Keep going. I feel like there's some unmotivated energy going on, or maybe somebody is wishing this on you. But know that nobody can do like these type of like magic on you. If you believe they can, then you'll probably feel this going on. But you gotta know that you're powerful than any evil being, entity, whatever that's working against you. That's like working against the angels, working against God itself. A good higher power, right? And I'm not saying good in a way it's like, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But look, yep, loyal. I've been wanting to say this loyal word for ages. You're loyal, you're attracting someone that's loyal. Some people tried to engrave in your head that you either weren't loyal, that you weren't who you said you were. Just gaslighting you. That's why you couldn't invest or was encouraged not to invest, because these people can't be trusted. It was why risk getting back into losing oneself or depressional mode, because you can be playing with your life like that. You can't just be in connections and these people are not they're not in their, you possibly wasn't even in your greatest best self, but you still was showing up great though. It's crazy, right? So it's like, if these people can even show up with even half, let alone 1%, it just don't make no sense. It's like you giving a 10 out of 10, and I told you they giving a -1. Angel number 110 could be significant. You could be seeing 1s and 10s, or you could just be going through endings that brings new beginnings, or constantly closing out different chapters and coming into new ones, closing out chapters, coming into, right? You could have been experiencing this for years now. It don't have to be as recent, but for some of you guys, it could have been. I'm seeing different stuff. Something could be happening in the next upcoming days. I'm seeing action, energy, travel. Okay. Some of you guys, you're still going to be experiencing, like, dwelling in some type of energy. So be mindful of continuing to dwell in the things that didn't work out, because this is also hindering your heart chakra. It's not going to be as open. And therefore, if that's the case, then you're not possibly going to be indulging in self-love and self-care as much either. Even within just action and, like, the things that you do for yourself or whatever. Oh, yeah. See, some of y'all been holding on to some stuff for years. Things been happening since 0 years old, 3 years old, 7 years old, or several years ago, 3 years ago, 7+ years ago, whatever the case may be. But you've got the signs, you got the warnings, you got the confirmation. Okay, the law, the courts, or the adjudication system overall could be significant. When it comes to this, I feel like there's 2 different types of laws in courts. There's the spiritual laws in courts, and there's 3D plane laws in courts. Very different. And operated in very differently. The system could be getting better, but know that you also have the power to create better and to even look at things in a certain way, especially if something is out of your control. You can just look at it as a certain way. Like, if you got people who are in the system and they low-key dirty cops or whatever, and lawyers and everything like that, and somehow you end up losing a case or something is going on with the 3D plane where humans operate in they damn free will, honey. It's like, just because if something's, it's not injustice. Some injustice may have happened in the 3D plane in whatever type of way, but spiritually everything is being sorted out and handled, right? Happen in the 3D plane in whatever type of way, but spiritually everything is being sorted out and handled, right? Especially if you feel like, oh, I didn't get any justice, or oh, this was so unfair. Like, I'm telling you, some of y'all know that people gonna get karma too. It's probably why some of y'all be called to, like, get out of people's energy, because you like, look, you did me like this, and I know you getting karma. I don't even want to be around you. I'm not even called to be around you. All right? So yeah, I'm seeing religion and spirituality is significant. A Capricorn or a Capricorn energy, you know, they're literally career focused or driven and everything like that. But again, it says God has stepped in. Like, your spirit team is constantly stepping in. God itself, a higher power. God is intervening. See, divine intervention has happened multiple times in your life, and I feel like it's still being done. But yeah, the year 2020 could be significant, and my phone, it had paused because it was telling me my percentage is on 20%. And remember, we talked about the 10-10 earlier. So even when you see numbers like that, 10-10, which makes 20, you can break them up. If you see the number 10, then maybe angel number 5 could be significant. And it don't hurt to, either ask yourself what these numbers may mean to you, or ChatGPT or any other reliable resource, right? Because the main reliable resource is always within. You got all the answers you need within, for sure. Subconsciously, you know all things. Yep. See, some of y'all probably started being less driven and career focused. Like, I don't know, I was feeling like unmotivated energy. And I feel like that's not your energy. It was projected. Or this is possibly what you're feeling because you've been sitting in an energy for a long time. Like how sadness becomes depression. So maybe some of the things and energies that you're in is because of your own doing. Right? So be mindful of that, because that's self-sabotage. Even if you're unconscious of it. So that's why it's important. Like, that's why they say being able to be mind controlled or hypnotized will be the most wildest things, because you're no longer having control over your mind or your brain, but in a more wilder sense, right? Karaoke could be significant. Maybe some of these people didn't like when you was singing, or they did, vice versa. Maybe some of these people could have hated on your gifts or your talents. Alright, any messages regarding this divine masculine energy? The person that it says take a look in the mirror. Angel number 456 is significant. Yeah, I feel like you're on the path of connecting with this person. This could be somebody who you connected with in a past life, or maybe you've crossed paths with them in this lifetime, whether it was deep or just crossing each other's paths in the walk of life, or not fully establishing a whatever it is, okay? Whoever this person is, I feel like they feel your energy or something like that, or they know that you exist, or that they're close to connecting with you or something. And I feel like they're determined to connect with you. Shoot, some of them probably are literally very psychic, very in tune and tapped in, and they probably had a vision or something of you, or like an energy of yours, a dream, something. All right, it says, I reject them for you. I love you. Look, that's the energy I'm getting. They very determined. It's like if they got to heal to come and tell you with y'all, they're doing that. If they got to release any lust if they have it, or whatever case may be, and focus on themselves, not be beginners, that's what's going to happen, you know? So maybe that's why y'all be feeling that energy come about. Y'all could be really more connected to this person than you think. And I feel like this is somebody who gives you your flowers. This is possibly somebody who could have seen how far you've come along within something. So maybe this is even the people who like literally regret certain things within you. But like I said, I feel like this is actually like a divine masculine energy. And they could be taking a look in the mirror, or encouraged to. So they could be on this path of solidifying this divine masculine energy, okay? Or like embodying it for real. Maybe they've always been in this, I don't know about always. I say always because of somebody's soul and spirit, but yeah, whoever this person is, for a lot of you guys, very much new person, or simply, like I said, divine masculine energy. This person is going to tell you how proud they are of you. Like, they're going to tell you how they rejected people for you or something. Like, look, new person. So, okay, this most definitely could be talking about a new person, or it could be talking about somebody who you already know that's going to be showing up differently. But don't be tempted, honey. An ex is an ex for a reason. We already had talked about letting go. See, life can unravel and unfold in different ways. You can hear a message like this and then have the opportunity to reconcile with this person that we're saying leave alone. So either that message wasn't for you, or either you have the opportunity to decline or accept, because it's your life at the end of the day. Just because many opportunities are going to be presented to you, but that doesn't mean everyone should be chosen or everyone is the right or best opportunity. And that goes for people in relationships. Because look, I'm seeing there's going to be an opportunity to reconcile. Because somebody is possibly going to be, once again, showing up as the joker that they are, trying to persuade to you that they're not their old ways, and they're probably literally going to come off like a different person. But I feel like you want something that's going to last. I feel like you want something that's, and maybe they do too, but sometimes people burn the bridge. Even though you probably still have, the space to reconnect with people and, all this stuff. But I just feel like, I don't know. However this is going to unfold for you. Because some of y'all, it's going to be a new person. For some of y'all, it really depends on you. You choose if you reconcile with somebody or not. And the person, at the end of the day, fate and destiny type stuff. I feel like it's a new person. I feel like it's a new person. I do. Especially if y'all was in toxic situations and all that. Because, sometimes you think, okay, people can change, yeah, and then you can forgive them, and boom, y'all can be back together. But, see, have you ever seen somebody really change for real? Do it give change? Because, see, you didn't need to change and be this better person. You were already that. So, it's like if this did not exist, they got major work to do. And I don't feel like for most people, if not all, that they can happen overnight. Right? Some people be having narcissistic traits, be manipulative, all this stuff. So it's like some things, yes, I wouldn't put it past the collective for being forgiving and all this stuff. But sometimes you get the shirt off your own back and you'll do 10 times more. But you don't got to be doing all that. Okay? Sometimes being nice isn't about self-sacrificing and all this. Sometimes it's even about saying no. Because it's not just neglecting self when you're being nice. You don't neglect self. If you neglecting self in these different things, that means, okay, you're people pleasing, or you're doing this, or you're doing, and it don't align. You gotta work both ways. Just like when you master self-love, and you will be able to love other people. So just because you love other people don't mean you gotta love yourself less, or do less for yourself, or neglect yourself or how you feel. Honey. Oh, what's that song? She was like, honey. It was something, I think Kanye was on the music. Maybe he could be significant. But yeah, this person, let go of the drop to zero. So because this hero, I feel like you can be in alignment with this energy, but this person, they need to get away, honey. They trying to be friends. They trying to do anything to stay in your energy. Besides, be honest. Be real with themselves. Be real with you. They want to do everything but what could save the relationship. You want to do everything but save the relationship then. Right? Deep down inside at this point, it's a saying that says, if you were sorry, you wouldn't have did it in the first place. And 9 times out of 10, that'd be the case for most people. Angel number 558 is significant. 5581. JJ Junior. JJJ. Things coming in threes could be significant. Look, karma, I'm telling you. See, and look, you see how it's in threes? That karma is knocking people on they head. When I say it, But yeah, you're attracting better. You're attracting somebody who loves themselves. Therefore, they will be able to love you. You're going to be able to flourish in your divine feminine. I ain't been around town. See? This person could be changing their lifestyle as well. Yeah. See? Look. I want to be yours. This person, I feel like they're always going to want to be yours, but sometimes we don't get what we want. I wanted McDonald's at a young age, one point in time. I couldn't get no Mickey D's. So, I mean, sometimes we don't get what we want, honey. But in this sense, how do you want a baby? How do you want a baddie or a boss daddy if you not even able to keep them? Because if you can't keep stable individuals who bring stability and peace and everything else into relationships, I ain't gonna say you the problem, but okay. Life is better with you in it. Look, this is your, I'm telling you, this person, these people be feeling like you're their person because like you've just made life better for them. I'm telling you. They want to know if you still love them. They probably even asked you, like, do you still even love me? Like, do you still love me? Or maybe some of y'all said this to somebody. Felt away. But I feel like somebody's going to take action. But don't forget, they meant what they said. I just feel like they're just so addicted to you and your energy. I mean, you know. See, I miss or want your body. Remember I told y'all they was craving y'all in sexual ways as well. So it's just like, it's just ew. You ain't talking about nothing for real. You doing the same, they doing the same stuff. Like, on that song, all they was talking about, oh, watching Netflix, some da-da-da. It's like, where are you going for real in life? Who are you for real? Can you even expand? You're not growing at all. You only choosing to do certain things because the collective is not in your life anymore, which is selfish and out of line because the collective gave you your chance. You blew it. Leave them alone. Let them go on about their business. See, God is finna put belt to ass because you won't leave the collective alone. Especially when the collective is in this energy of, should I let this person go? So imagine when you are meant to let somebody go, but you're confused if you're meant to let them go because they're over here gaslighting you or making you feel like they're your soulmate, or you pick up on readings and you feel like you apply to that person and now you think that's your twin flame or whatever the case may be. So it's like I said, sometimes we give ourselves karma for sure, but people still pulling on your energy knowing that they should have been kicked rocks is crazy. And they over here trying to come off like in a certain way when the whole time they still not showing up in a way. So you can't even feel flattered or like believe and trust that they'll change anyway, because you probably already given them the chances and they proved you right. On top of a whole nother point I was trying to make that I forgot, that I can't really think about. I got feelings too, bear with me please. See, that's what I'm saying. See, at the end of the day, it's just cycles, bro. See, some of y'all, this could have been a person who you shared things with. Y'all could have had conversations and you thought, okay, boom, we had the conversation. Everything's going to work out now. And it's like almost as if y'all didn't have a whole conversation. Like these people genuinely was not listening. They were not understanding either. So for a lot of you guys, you probably ended up gaining resentment towards this person. Maybe they gained resentment towards you. But I feel like overall, it was misunderstanding in this connection. But it was also some foul stuff going on too. Whether somebody was conscious of it or not. Because the collective still was getting hurt. So but take the messages how they resonate. Past and future energy may be significant. You know every message may not be for you. I'm about to get ready to end the live soon. So if you would like to get on the list before I get off, please let me know so I can stay on. If I already end the live by the time you decide to get on the list, you can just message me. We're open 24/7, Monday through Sunday through, okay. All right, if you do not have any of my contact information, you can always comment on my website. You can reach me by direct messages. You can even comment under one of my posts, honey, okay? I'll make sure we can get started on your personal. My prices are pinned on my profile. If you are somebody of low income and you are needing to pay donation based, which is basically anything you're able to afford, by all means, you are able to send in donation based payments. Oh, some of y'all be mindful. Some of these people could try to pop up on you, try to tell you to come outside. This could be somebody with a disease. Be mindful of it. Meeting somebody new, but this person is no good. Be mindful of meeting somebody different, but them also being no good. Like, you know, like we pretty much already said the main messages. Like, applying the wisdom and, you know, everything else. Sinuses, allergies, like the health could really be significant within this situation. Maybe your health, whatever, in whichever way, physical, mental, was hindered. Okay? You're encouraged to heal it. It says, I'm so lucky and blessed to have you, and that they were. And maybe some of you guys probably even expressed this energy towards them, because that's how nice you are. And I feel like a lot of times you guys, you like to make people feel good, feel seen, feel loved, whatever the case may be. But I'm telling you, you're gonna attract this energy to you. You're not settling and all this other stuff, then you won't have to worry about getting your heart broken again and all this other stuff, right? So I feel like you're gonna do differently this time around. You got birthed into the world, and you just, you know. Now you coming into an experienced version of yourself, and you got a whole journey to go, honey. But it don't have to be depressing. It doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be worrisome. You don't have to be filled with scarcity tactics and being in survival mode, or connecting with people who constantly aren't filling your cup because their cup isn't even full. So of course they're going to want to just take the energy that you can give them instead of giving it to themselves so that they can even love you in a healthy way. So you just got to pay attention to things and look at things from like a long-term point of view, because this is going to be a problem in marriage. This is going to be a problem if you have children, right? You're the generational curse breaker, not the other way around, okay? Not the opposite. So just keep that in mind and remember why you're doing what you're doing, why you're on the path. Keep the target, remain focused on the target, on the goal. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, I'm talking about a self goal, literally. North Node energy. Freeing yourself, stepping into your most authentic version, the most authentic version of yourself. To the point to where you're whole. And for a lot of you guys, it's just a journey. You know, life is a learning experience, and I feel like life is also beautiful as well. But with all these different things you experience and go through and still need to heal from, not healed from, so constantly getting triggered or whatever the case may be, it's like a constant battle. It's like a constant, always an issue, right? That's probably why they say when people don't look at death as a problem or like all this other stuff, because you're more, that's where peace is, or that's where this and that is, and you know. But that is the message that I am seeing for you guys. I did enjoy doing this read. I always enjoy like the readings. They're just interesting. Divination is all about just tapping in with the mysteries of life, which can include self, etc. That's why anybody can do oracles or do tarot. You know, you don't have to be initiated and alhamdulillah, whatever. Oh, respectfully, because I think that's actually something that like Buddhist people say. So my apologies, but I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. But I'm just saying, like, you don't have to be. It doesn't have to be any hocus pocus, any rituals, any nothing, any initiations. It's just cards, and we all have different We're all different for a reason, and that is your superpower as a being. There's nobody else like you. You have your own thoughts, your own uniqueness, your own whatever. That's why it's really important to have your own, be your own person, choose your own direction, instead of asking, what do you think I should do? Like, don't be asking nobody else that, you know. That's what they mean by you could be the main one. You are the main one to give yourself the best advice. Nobody said other people's advice wasn't grand, but when it comes in a certain way, in a certain aspect, then we can, you know. So yeah, just think. When it comes to your choices, just think. Sometimes it's not that difficult to think on something. Relax your mind, relax your brain, and just go with the facts. All right. Some of y'all, you got some healing and stuff that you need to do. Some chakra balancing that you need to get into. A lot of that with your crown, your third eye, your heart. For some of you guys, these things are getting better, will get better. Encouraged to get better. So that means actually doing some type of work and take a practical approach to do these things. Yeah, I'm seeing gelling. Not gelling, girl. Gelatin? Jello? It says felon or jailbird. Birds could be significant. Prison, jail could be significant. Whether people are going or whether they have been there in the past, okay? See, y'all was just, that's a bunch of people y'all was dealing with, y'all. A bunch of heathens. Okay? And I'm talking about, like, really, like, real life. It says thugs, gangsta. It's giving wannabe thugs because it's crazy. I almost missed it. I barely seen that that's was written on the side, so it's giving wannabe thugs. Don't really know what that is, especially when you disrespect, like, goddesses and, like, everything like that. And you come on out. See, some people feel they're more superior and all these things. Be mindful of being around that energy. You may mistake your damn self for being in that energy or pick up on some of these people's energies, and you don't want that. Your sacral chakra is coming out. So you see how all the chakras are basically coming out? All of your chakras are significant. I advise you to do some chakra healing for sure. Crystals are very significant. I can pull a fruit. I advise you to do some chakra healing for sure. Crystals are very significant. I can pull a fruit. Okay. We're also going to get some time frames in here because I'm called to give you guys time frames. But yeah, so y'all get your own tarot. I mean, that's if you ever were called to, you know, or if you want to. There's many ways of doing things, but whatever way that you feel before you try anybody else's way would benefit you. Sometimes it's cool to take heed to the previous traditions or whatever, but in most cases, operating with your own thoughts, mind, intellect, it's always grand, okay? Any time frames here for the collective, the events that we're talking about, All right, so the month June, whether it was past June, upcoming June, very significant. Tomorrow is very significant. And the fall, okay, the autumn time, very significant. Any more messages for the collective? I guess I see you in time. Erykah Badu, next lifetime. It says not in this lifetime. So something is not happening in this lifetime. And I just feel like maybe you and this person, like the way that they thought things were going to be, maybe that's not going to happen, or the way that you thought things were going to be, because there's something better. But that energy could be talking about anything. Not in this lifetime. It could be talking about anything. All right. We got 6 months from now. Some of you guys are going to be expecting as well. Like you're going to be pregnant. And then another time frame is when you let go. So things will probably start happening or come into play when you let go. Remember we talked about letting go of something was going to create some type of luck for you as well? Or maybe you, when you let go of things, it creates some type of luck. All right. It says, on a holiday. On 9%. This song is by Summer Walker. It's called Body. It's repeating itself. See, you got Body Yachty face. Okay. Not that that's important, but alright, but I could have sworn this song played already. Any more messages for the collective? So you could be hearing songs that you probably connected with these individuals, or songs that were connected to your past and everything, or past relationships, whatever. You could be hearing those type of songs again. It says when you release resistance, okay? Remember, these are the time oracle cards, so I'm giving you guys time frames. So some things could happen when you release resistance, okay? Because low-key, something can already be trying to come in or form, but it's just you. And it don't have to be in a way that's like, oh, I don't want this, but in a way of not realizing you're not accessible to it. All right, we got at night. Period. This one is very significant. We got the month of May, where Taurus energy is born, and Gemini. Oops, something is just around the corner for a lot of you guys. Yeah. It says on the back of this spirit team deck, message from your spiritual team, it says, you are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and these prayers will be answered soon. All right, October, this month could be very significant. All right, it says it's not worth waiting for. For those of you who are waiting around for that person to change, waiting around for whatever, it is not worth waiting for. Now, that could be a confirmation to put in action towards something, or that could be a confirmation, stop waiting on something. Move forward, release, right? All right, there's plenty of more. See, we got allow things to come and later than you think. All right, so different time frames. We're gonna get some crystals out here. The crystals, maybe you can siphon the energy from the crystals that you see and ask or set your intentions to reap the benefits of what the crystals provide. Okay, you can also purchase these crystals at a metaphysical shop or crystal shop. You know, cleanse them, cleanse anything that you get on your spiritual, you know, because they say at times energy can attach itself to it. You can believe in that. You don't have to. It's a belief at the end of the day. You don't have to believe, okay? Believing in the opposite can manifest, right? You not believing that something can, because whatever you believe in, you bring power to. Okay? All right, any crystals, recommended crystals for this collective? Any recommended crystals for this collective? Pastel colors are very significant. Brown colors are significant. Darker like colors, darker shades. Ooh, purple. SUGILITE crystal. All right, that is the spelling of it. Who needs it? Anyone planning an escape from the confines of space and time. All right, this crystal is going to help you stretch the limits of your imagination. All right. Usually people put this crystal where they dream, right? Where you may sleep or have dreams, or where someone meditates or grow your light. Love that. It seems in a lot of positive spaces and energy. So this crystal could be sensitive to negative energies and everything else, but I feel like it will still, that it's still very powerful. I mean, it is vibrant, electric. It says its illuminating energy encourages you to leave behind reality and visit those far out regions. Love that. All right. This is our obsidian crystal. Beautiful. It's capable of holding an extremely sharp edge. Obsidian's scalpels are used in surgeries today. Wow. Okay. Yeah, see these cards, very informative, very in-depth. It's called Crystals, the Stone Deck. You should get it if you want it. All right, but who needs obsidian? Anyone looking to cut out negative people and patterns from their lives. Specifically Scorpios. So yeah, some of y'all could have been Scorpios for sure. But you see the energy, I'm telling you. Use your obsidian to protect your soul. All right? Where to put it? In your pocket, like a concealed weapon against bad vibes. All right? I'm gonna put it in my pocket. I'm gonna try that because I usually wear it around my neck and my little crystal thing. I'm gonna put it in my pocket because it even gives off people are not able to attack it. Look at it and still send it. You know, it's gonna be tucked away, hidden like a weapon, honey. All right, when to use it? When thinking positively seems out of the question. When dark forces are at work. Dig in, arm yourself with obsidian, and throttle back. Love that. Love that. All right, carnelian crystal could be significant. This is how it looks. Okay, the color orange is very significant. The color purple. All right, the garnet crystal could be significant. Okay, copper could be very significant. Copper helps you energize your whole world. When it's time to usually use copper is when it's time to pack up an old idea of who you are and ship it out for good. Move on renewed with copper. Okay, so getting you some copper, some obsidian, etc. for sure. Now where to put it? With your epic crystal collection. Okay, in parentheses it says copper intensifies the potency of most stones, clearing the channels of communication between you and your mineral friends. Wow, and this is copper. Love that. So it could be just as powerful as the sun's energy, because the sun is usually looked at as a cleansing property as well. Similar to how all these things are unique in its own way. Just like you. How nature is itself, the water is itself, fire is itself, all beautiful things, all unique in their own way. Nothing's more powerful than the next and lower than the next. Just all beautiful and grand, right? So see, sometimes the answers and everything are already discovered, or something's already in your face. The answers are already there. Some things have already been discovered, or it can be when you tap in like subconsciously. Any more messages here for the collective? Any crystals that the collective resonates with? Any crystals that would be good for this collective? All right, I'm sure there's many more crystals that wants to be named, but we're gonna keep it at these 3. All right. Another crystal that could be significant, CHRYSOPRASE. All right, and copper again. All right, so we got the aquamarine crystal. It's a powerful coolant for the head and the heart. Who needs it? Those who run hot, fire signs, anybody hanging onto an unspoken burning desire. Where to put it? Wherever you need to turn that whisper into a primal scream. Or if that's a little overly dramatic, wherever you want to speak clearly and calmly from the heart. Love that. So when to use it? When you've lost your voice, when it's past time to let it go. Or when you're feeling a little too on fuego for polite company Ice yourself down with Aquamarine's cold shower vibes. This aquamarine crystal is usually to help you keep your cool. Okay. The garnet crystal actually came out. Remember, I just read it to you guys and we moved on and shuffled. So it actually popped out. All right. Now, the gorgeous garnets gush with positive vibes and are the perfect sparkly accessories to a I got this attitude. Period. Okay, so who needs it? Writers who aren't writing, painters who aren't painting, sexual beings who aren't sexing. All right, that's what this says. If you don't condone in sex, if you're in abstinence, and of course take it high resonance, I'm sure they're just getting out the point, really. All right, but where to put it? Any place you want to make something, be it art, love, or dollar bills, y'all. All right, it's the dollar bills, y'all. That song is significant. Now, when to use it? When you feel like the real you is getting lost in the sometimes shallow, often materialistic priorities of a likes-driven culture. Of a likes-driven culture. All right, the garnet crystal helps you basically get into your depth. Get into your depth. DEPTH. All right, the bloodstone crystal. Golf, soccer can be significant. What is that sport? Baseball. All right. In the Middle Ages, some believe the red splotches on the stone's surface were the blood of Christ. Okay, we talked about religion earlier. That's significant to someone. You can't really see it as detailed as you probably do in person, but so this is a bloodstone. It says it's an earthy green, scattered or spattered with seriously activating red jasper. Ooh. All right, who needs the bloodstone crystal? The constantly overworked and completely drained by the soul-sucking of modern life. It really says by the soul-sucking machinations. I've never seen this word in my life. But it's spelled MACHINATIONS, okay? So the soul-sucking machinations of modern life, specifically Capricorns, okay? Capricorn energy did come out earlier. You can have Capricorn placements, Scorpio placements. It doesn't have to be your sun. All right, moon or rising. Now, where to put the bloodstone? Wherever you do the important work, spiritual, physical, and psychological. All right, when to use the bloodstone crystal? When you're totally bled dry and it's time to get into your body and start feeling your damn self. Sleep, get some exercise, take nourishment, and call on bloodstone to drag your ass out of the house to face the day. Chin up, head high. So this bloodstone crystal helps you power up your vitals. All right. Last but not least, hematite. HEMATITE, if I may not be pronouncing it right. All right. This crystal usually takes the bad away. It says hematite moves the good to where you need it and takes the bad away from where you don't. Now, who needs it? Anyone stagnating or spun out on something, like a new crush or a lifelong existential dilemma. Where to put it? Wherever you are when you realize it's time to come back to earth. Wherever you are when you realize it's time to come back to earth. All right, now when to use it? When you feel stuck, when it's that moon time of the month. When you want to pull energy from the earth below and use it to make big things happen. All right, hematite crystal helps you align to your wholeness. All right, love these, love that. All right, you guys, it's pretty much the message that I have for you. Before I close out the message, well, I do return the collective energy back to them, and I release my energy back to me. The collective is now over and done with. All right, I'm only we're only taking personals right about now. So I'll give you guys like 2 minutes to see if you want to get on the list or not. Angel number 1011 is here. My phone is on 3%, so of course I'm going to charge this device. And if you're wanting to get on the list, I'll do a personal read with you and get started on it right after I get up from this table. Or well, I guess I won't be getting up from the table because I'll be doing the reading. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoy the rest of your lifetime. All right, if you are not in need of a reading, life coaching sessions, or any of that, then I guess I will see you another time. Don't forget to give me a follow because you may never see my face again. And if you've missed the message, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. As you know, there's always messages to give, but right now my energy, child, is a bit drained, and going to go ahead and get started on with the day 10 to my dog, right? So if there's any questions, concerns, please ask away. My DMs are also open to everyone. All right. But yeah, if anyone would like to get on the list, just let me know in the chat. My payment options are pinned. Well, my prices are pinned on my profile, and my payment options are on the link in my bio. Alright, the last song that's significant is by CHXRRY. It seems like Cherry is the name, which is funny because the young lady came in here with the name of Cherry, or non-binary by all means. Alright, but this song is called Call Me. Alright, you guys, but yes, as I was saying, this video will be uploaded to my YouTube in case you've missed the message, so no worries. And remember, only take what resonates for you. Okay? But alright, you guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.